Let's be honest about procrastination. You're not lazy. Procrastination isn't a discipline problem. You know exactly what you should be doing. You know the assignment is due. You know the workout matters. You know the project could change your life. And yet, you don't start. You wait. You delay. You avoid. You procrastinate. Then later, you ask yourself the same frustrating question. Why do I keep procrastinating even when I know better? Here's the truth. Most motivation videos never tell you. You're not lazy. And procrastination is not a discipline problem. It's a brain problem. And once you understand how it works, consistency becomes much easier. Today, you'll learn the real psychology of procrastination, why your brain resists starting tasks, and how to stop procrastinating without relying on motivation or willpower. The truth about procrastination. Most people never hear you. Don't procrastinate because you lack discipline. You procrastinate because your brain is trying to protect you. Your brain is not designed for success or productivity. It's designed for comfort, safety, and energy conservation. So when you face a task that feels uncomfortable, overwhelming, confusing, uncertain, or effortful, your brain activates what psychologists call avoidance behavior. This is why procrastination is not a time management problem. It's an emotional regulation problem. Your brain isn't avoiding the task itself. It's avoiding the emotions attached to the task. Those emotions might be fear of failure, fear of judgment, perfectionism, overwhelmed boredom, pressure, uncertainty, not knowing where to start. Your brain doesn't care about deadlines or long-term goals. It cares about reducing discomfort right now. That's why you procrastinate even when you logically know what to do. The emotional weight that controls your actions. Every task carries emotional weight. Your brain scans that emotional weight instantly, before logic even gets involved. High emotional weight leads to high avoidance. Low emotional weight leads to action. That's why you can clean your room, but avoid starting an important project. Why you can scroll for hours, but avoid sending one email. Why you plan everything but delay execution. Emotion decides action, not motivation. Here are the 4 most common emotional triggers behind procrastination. 1. Overwhelm. The task feels too big, so your brain says, "This is too much," and shuts down. 2. Perfectionism. If it can't be done perfectly, your brain decides it's safer not to start. 3. Fear of failure. Your brain tries to protect your identity by avoiding the risk altogether. 4. Low reward, high effort. The task feels boring, slow, or unrewarding, so your brain looks for easier dopamine. Procrastination relieves discomfort temporarily but creates long-term stress. Your brain chooses relief now, even if it causes suffering later. That's the procrastination trap. Dopamine, motivation, and why you avoid important tasks. Let's talk about dopamine, the chemical that drives attention and behavior. Your brain is wired to chase instant dopamine, scrolling entertainment novelty, easy rewards, instant gratification. Important tasks like studying, exercising, or building a skill produce dopamine after effort, not before. So your brain naturally chooses instant dopamine over delayed dopamine. This is why procrastination isn't a personal flaw. It's a dopamine imbalance. And the good news is, it can be fixed. The real reason. You don't start tasks. You think you're avoiding the entire task, but you're really avoiding one specific moment, the beginning. Almost every task feels hardest in the first 20 seconds. Not the whole workout, not the whole project, just starting. This is because of something called activation energy. Every action requires a certain amount of mental energy to begin. High activation energy leads to procrastination. Low activation energy makes starting easy. Your job isn't to finish the task. Your job is to lower the activation energy. That's the real secret to consistency. The 4-step system to stop procrastinating. Here's a simple system that works even if you've failed before. Step 1. Shrink the task. Ask yourself, what is the smallest possible version of this task? Not the workout, just put your shoes on. Not the paper, write one sentence. Not the project, open the document. If it feels too easy, you're doing it right. Step 2. Remove starting friction. Identify what makes starting difficult. Too many steps clutter unclear plans, distractions. Then eliminate friction. Prepare your workspace. Lay out clothes ahead of time. Remove notifications, put your phone in another room. If starting feels easy, your brain won't resist. Step 3. Use the 2-minute rule. Tell yourself, I only need to do this for 2 minutes. Your brain agrees. Momentum does the rest. This isn't motivation, it's neuroscience. Step 4. Reward the action. After showing up, even briefly, acknowledge it. You're reinforcing identity, not results. This trains your brain to associate action with reward. What happens when you use this method? After a few weeks, something changes. Tasks stop feeling threatening. You start without waiting for motivation. Consistency becomes normal. You become someone who takes action, even on hard days. Not because you forced discipline, but because you removed resistance. The truth you needed to hear. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're not unmotivated. Your brain is just trying to protect you. Once you understand how procrastination really works, and once you lower the activation energy, consistency stops being a struggle. Start small. Start easy. Start now. If this finally explained procrastination in a way that makes sense, subscribe to Consistency Made Easy, where we turn psychology into simple daily actions that help you stop procrastinating and build real consistency.